So welcome and thank you for joining Reilly Creative. If you'd like to introduce yourselves to our audience first and foremost, a couple of introductions.
I'm Lindsay. Do you want to say your name?
I'm Kieran.
And so together we're husband and wife, and together we're Reilly Creative.
Fantastic. And we're just going to look really about, your input and sort of, what you've done regarding the Bulls in the City sculptures. Obviously, Wet and Large are very proud sponsors of a couple of those sculptures. This project, as you know, is all about engagement, get people sort of connected through art and culture, etc. And all for a good cause. It's all to raise money for Birmingham Hospice. So if I can just start really at the beginning before we move on to this current project, about Reilly Creative and Lindsay and Kieran, yourselves. What's your professional background? Like, how did you get into this as a way of life, as a job, as a career?
So I'm a freelance artist full time at the minute. So we do the sculpt trails together, but then we both have like separate art careers as well. So I am a freelance scenic artist. So I kind of paint backdrops for theatres and basically make things that something look like something else.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Kieran.
So yeah, this is luckily why we work so well as a team. So when we are working on the Wild in Art sculptures, on the design side of things, and then Lindsay obviously then paints. So as well as like designing work as well, then my main kind of like creative work is drawing caricatures. So that's such a fun job. I get to draw at like amazing venues all the time, at different weddings, and I get to corporate events and parties. So it's really good fun. Always literally putting smiles on faces.
Excellent, fantastic. So obviously you explained your husband and wife team. How did you come to establish Reilly Creative then?
So yeah, it was literally because we were getting married, so the name was going to be the same. So when we first started, 10 years ago now, when we first started, we literally just signed it off like Kieran Reilly, and Lindsay was Lindsay Brecknell back then, and we'd sign it just our full names. And then I think we were painting, obviously a few years back now, and we were like, oh, we're getting married soon. We could kind of, we could use the name and just join together. And we just came up with Reilly Creative, a little play on words with like really creative, I guess.
So whose idea was it? Was that your idea, Kieran, for the name, or did you have to? Did you have to get permission to
be sharing the same name after marriage? We thought it'd be quite nice to, join together. Fine, and we was already working together, but like have just that one name. Okay. That just, it was really nice to go that way. It's been really nice since then as well.
When you established the company, what was the short and longer term ambitions? What was your sort of vision or purpose for getting this company off the ground?
So we kind of use Reilly Creative for our sculpture trails. So even though we do things separately, so we wanted it to be that even though we there's a reason that when we come together, we were under like an umbrella of a name. Which is nice. So because I think sometimes when you saw our name being long-winded, you were just like, oh, they're just kind of two people. It's nice that people saw us together as a unit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and since then, obviously, so on my caricature side of things, I'm now called Reilly Creative Caricatures. So when people do book us for our individual skills as well, so obviously we paint together and design together. But say if somebody wanted a mural painted for their building or their home or something, Lindsay would go under the name of Reilly Creative and paint there on her own with that kind of thing. But then Reilly Creative Caricatures is more my side of thing. But yeah, together it's mainly the sculpture trails where we join forces.
Okay, wonderful. And how's the journey been so far? Have you found things?
Well, it's been a 10-year journey and we're still going, so it can't have gone too bad. But we you'd think like it's still really exciting, which is a lovely thing. Obviously, there's like highs and lows because it's kind of like a commission-based thing. Sometimes you are going to get no's, but because we do it together, it's really nice. So we're there for each other all the time, which is lovely.
Yeah, it's so nice. Obviously, when we do all these sculpture trails, there's like a huge support network as well. So, you know, there are obviously highs and lows, and they've got these groups where people can all talk to each other, but it is really nice, like Lynn said, that, you know, we've got each other. So, you know, when you do get the knocks, if you don't get one every now and again, we'll just be like, oh, that's right, like, we'll get one next time, and we're there for each other. But luckily, we have been really quite successful with them. We're just so chuffed when people do pick our designs like yourselves. It really means a lot.
Yeah, we do a little dance around our living room.
Yeah, he
that is
10 years
something we'd
later.
like to see, Lindsay. That is definitely
Oh God, you shouldn't have told them that.
So about the Bulls, obviously this Bulls and the City Trail. How did you get involved in this project, and why Birmingham Hospice?
So we always, whenever these trails come around, because, you know, like we say, I've been doing them for years now, so we always apply for all the different ones. But when Birmingham comes up, for starters, because we are from here, we wanted to get involved straight away. But this is probably the one we wanted to get most involved with ever, because Birmingham Hospice actually cared for my granddad during his last few days with us, and they did such an amazing job, not just with him, but the support that they gave our family and my nan afterward, even when he wasn't with us anymore. The care that they supported her with afterwards as well was just absolutely amazing. So it was just really lovely. It was like desperate to get involved with this one and kind of like dedicate both to like my granddad and to the hospice as well. So yeah, this has probably been the one that meant the most to us.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's lovely. That's really nice. Thank you for sharing that, Kieran. And how did it feel to be part of a community arts project in Birmingham? You sort of touched on the connections you have with the city, and see your sculptures live on the trail, people going to engage with them, taking photos. How does that make you feel?
Oh, it's so lovely. It's kind of hard to explain because we've done part of the trail, and we'll probably end up doing it about 3 times. But then you see like families interacting, and one little girl the other day walked past and was like, "Oh my God, this is my favourite," and we're like, "Yeah, we did that." So yeah, it's really lovely.
Wonderful.
Doing our happy dance again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right, now you've made a promise. Now I need to see that. What advice would you give to young people in Erdington, young sort of budding artists who are maybe interested in pursuing a career in and around art, as you know, from the perspective of you've been on this 10-year journey? How would they, if they're unsure how they should start, what advice would you give them?
Just really get involved in whatever opportunities you can get involved in. When I started out looking for a creative role, I'll just get involved in as many things as possible, even if it wasn't necessarily that certain thing that I wanted to get into. Then I'd still get involved because you're meeting other creative people and, you know, making good contacts, and it was just always like a good way to get in. Like, you know, a lot of the stuff that I did start with was voluntary as well, but because it was creative, you still enjoyed it. It's just about getting involved in as many things as possible, and then you naturally find your way into that creative community. You know, you get that bug for it as well, and you're also like developing your skills as well as everything all the different things that you try out as well.
Yeah, I did a few things with like some art galleries. Sometimes they kind of do programs for young people as well, and that was nice. It was kind of like just for a few weeks, but then there was like a few people I kept in touch with, and then because I went down the scenic art route, I kind of got in with a few youth theatre groups, and then sometimes they have other arty outlets, so sometimes it's nice to try and think outside the box a little bit. But yeah, if you have a little mooch about, there's normally something going around.
Okay, I mean, I know Erdington particularly. There's a real underbelly of arts within the culture. There's loads of people that are interested and just want to find that opportunity. So I think you guys are going to inspire a lot of people with this. So yeah, I think well done on that score. And what's it like being collaborating with Whitton Lodge for our Bull and Calf? How have you found that partnership?
Oh, as far as sponsors go, like, you guys have been great. Like, whenever we've been at the sponsor events, like, just you guys have always got the biggest smiles in the room. You're always the most excited, and it's just, you've been so lovely to partner up with on this sculpture trail, because always just really big smiles on faces and just having a laugh and a chat whenever we meet you. So it's been absolutely wonderful partnering up with you for this trail.
Yeah, it was really, really lovely, and especially with all the communication of like designing your little bull as well. It's been so nice how like enthusiastic you've been about the project and so involved. So yeah, it's been really, really lovely.
Oh, lovely. Thank you for saying that. Really appreciate that. And last but not least, obviously, this is all about engagement, community, people, families. Without sort of being too specific, can you give our audience a little bit of a hint as to where they might find these balls and how to come across them?
You had a very good clue about the mini ball.
Okay, well, yeah, you might want to take yourself back to the year 2000, and that might be a little bit of a clue to where you can find the miniature, the calf ball.
And then I'd say for our big ball, if you keep your eyes peeled, when you're driving down Boldmere High Street, and then you might be able to have a little see through your window. But then make sure you then park your car, get out, and visit the ball, please. Thank you.